are just as xenophobic.
That's
Caribbean
true.
Africans are just as xenophobic. Everyone
True.
is xenophobic, right?
True.
But because those languages don't exist in our languages, we understand that it's not necessarily xenophobia. It's just when you feel like something's wrong, it's wrong. And if it's right, it's right. That's it. We
Okay.
don't go after
Let's
black
define
people before we go
xenophobia.
after white people, which is why most of the time black people are actually more attacking people who don't look like us compared to our African national brothers and sisters. Before
Okay.
before we even attack our brothers and sisters, we actually attack the other races. Me personally, I attack my people first. Why? Because I need to know who I'm moving with. I've always been like that. I always said African unity is not a real thing. Black unity is not a real thing. I don't want to unite with people who are probably descendants of sellouts. I don't want to unite with people who cannot choose right from wrong. I don't want to do that. So
Yeah, we don't need to unite. We can stay the way we are, no problem. You know,
yes.
that's
So
not
I
any
don't know what you're
issues.
fighting about. I don't know what you're fighting about, and then to say that we
I'm
Don't
not
want to
fighting. I'm
unite.
just telling you my
But you,
point of view.
but
I'm
you,
not
Morgan,
fighting
you
anything.
said
We're sick of y'all.
You
you
know?
said we speak monkey languages. So you're telling me
Yes,
when I say
Mkanyezi,
Mkanyezi,
you
please
speak
just
the
let me
point.
prove the point. It's about the monkey language thing, eh?
when I say to you,
This Michael speaks Baboon.
Mundwako Valley.
Isn't that what I was
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, did you reprimand your people when they murder our people?
Isn't that,
We do it all the time, bro.
No, you did. You never
what I
did.
did just now?
You
Did you not hear what
justified.
I said?
You justify.
Oh, okay,
it.
so you
I
retaliating.
said,
So you
I
retaliating.
said, I
You
said,
know?
So
You
you
justify
retaliating.
it, and you justify it.
So are you
there.
retaliating?
oh boy.
DJ.
You know? You're talking about name
So are
calling.
you retaliating?
You're talking
No
about name
Bantu
calling, but you
language
use
is
your
a
bare
monkey
hands.
Listen,
Are
language.
you
Other Africans.
retaliating?
No Bantu language.
You wanna
is a
point a
monkey
finger at
language.
me?
Let's be clear.
Are you retaliating?
You know?
Language is
No,
not
I've
a
not retaliated.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I say
If I
something
meet you,
Can I say
on
social
solid
language
grounds,
is not
then I
a
will
monkey
retaliate.
language.
Can I
Right?
say
It's not
something
solid ground, bro.
You know?
No, listen.
It's not solid ground. This is crazy.
You can't even go to the Nigerian
You
community in South
stay
Africa
in
and say
your
shit, bro.
country, you flexing,
Yo, right now you
murdering
can't even
other
go to the
people,
Nigerian community
and
in
you
South
talking about
Africa and say anything.
retaliation
All of you,
because I say monkey
Flexing.
language.
speaking about
Listen,
you
bro.
know,
Mfowethu
I don't want to
Hold on,
talk
hold on. Don't fall into the trap that these people are setting.
I don't want to talk
Please,
about
South
anybody.
Africans, don't fall into the trap these people are setting.
Hold on. Let me say this
This
real quick. All
people.
of you talking about unaliving people, right? You can't even be unaliving
Calm
community in
down,
South
calm
Africa.
down.
Kanyezi, please, can you control
Lele
them?
rastet
What I'm
pya
saying,
kwenzangu
what I'm
lele
saying.
Help us.
Hold on. Let me
Calm
speak,
down,
bro. Let
please.
me speak.
All
Just
calm
wait
down.
quick,
Let's
right?
all calm down.
You guys, listen.
Let's all
Listen.
calm down. Let's all
If
calm
people
down.
come on
First of
this
all,
live
let's all
talking about
calm down.
unaliving people,
First of all, let's all calm down.
Cash, he
how
said
many
calm
questions?
down. Everybody
Hold
calm
on.
down. Cash,
Calm
Let me
down.
speak,
Cash,
bro.
calm
Let's
down. He
calm
said
down.
calm down.
We're trying to have a
Bro,
conversation. We're trying to have a
yeah.
conversation.
That's what I'm trying to have, bro.
Let's have an adult conversation. Yeah. First of all, let me say this. No Bantu language is a monkey language. Let's be clear about that. Every African Bantu language, Nilots, whatever, are beautiful languages. Now, that being said, if there are any criminal elements within any community, whether they are Zimbabweans, Nigerians, who are just a fraction of those people,
These people are modern. They have unalive a lot of our innocent people.
Let me finish.
Can I ask a question?
They have to be penalized.
Guys,
They have
one
to
at
be
a time. We
punished
understand you
according
guys
to
are
the
not
laws
used
of the
to
land.
democracy and
According
government
Bro,
in
you
your
guys have been
faces.
talking, man.
According
I don't know why
Okay,
everybody
stop
talking
talking while
over.
other people are talking.
Why everybody talking over?
One person at a time.
Y'all be talking for like 2 hours, bro. I want to say something.
Just
You ain't gonna
Cash,
let me
wait.
say nothing.
any criminal element within any community should be dealt with by the laws of the land. They should penalize them, punish them for their crimes, according to the laws of the land. Now, that being said, you should extend the same thing, because if you're saying you're going to punish everybody that commits a crime, whether they're Nigerians or Zimbabweans, make sure you extend the same punishment to these other foreigners who are not Bantu, who are not African, and that includes the Caucasians. that includes the Indians, that includes the Arabs. Spread it around. Make sure you do the same, put the same energy you use in punishing these same people to these other people who are also committing even worse crimes, who own the land, who brought the HIV and the AIDS.
Anyway, so basically what basically I was trying to say, right? And my main point of all of this, right? Discourse. Most of the countries that come here and come and infringe on our rights and then cry xenophobia, right? Do not have any discourse on basically teaching each other on how to basically behave when they come here. And we don't do half the shit you guys do here in your countries. Nobody wants to go to Nigeria. And that's like the honest truth. No one. I don't want to go to Nigeria. Wouldn't catch me dead in Nigeria. I'd rather sit here and starve. Truth. That's it.
Okay, hi. Okay, so you mean, okay, guys. So I wasn't ready to come in. So, guys, I was looking at listening to what the guy is saying. The guy is saying that we should have the same energy when it comes to white people. You keep throwing this white people. You forget that in the township we see black people. Around Bantu people, it's Nigerians, it's Somalians. Those are the people that we see, and those are the people that are selling things to our kids. Those are the people that we see first. So that's why we deal with what we see first. So those are the people that we actually attack first, or maybe try and get justice. And another thing, you keep saying that we should leave it to the law or the government. The government is not doing anything. Prisons are full. We don't see any new prisons being built in South Africa. All of that is full. Bazo Puma, 2-3 days, they're out. So what should we do? Tell us, Nigerians, what should we do? What should we do with your people?
Pause and light and strength to us all, all right? And no division, no separation. Hear me, I say no. I heard my sister said something and told us that all of us have a little xenophobic in all of us, and that's right. Some of us have a lot, some of us have plenty. Peacemaker could have said he apologized and he was stuck in his pride and ego, and he didn't do that, right? Our brother told us as well, do not get chopped into this trap, right? We do not need to be a no low vibrating and making ourselves look bad in this type of energy. Keep our energy high vibration. Peacemaker, you just need to look into yourself. We've been separating our
young children. Right. That's what we're talking about. So what we're trying to clarify as South African people, that xenophobia is not a real thing. When South African people are attacking specific African nationals, it's not about them being that specific African nationals, which is why I say, have you heard Congolese people speak about it? Have you heard Sudanese people speak about it? No, you don't hear them. Why? Because the Nigerians and the South Africans come together as a pact and start doing these specific things. But not only do they, for instance, the situation with the Zimbabwean guy who called out the Nigerian guy, because I don't know if you guys know that story, but it was actually a Zimbabwean taxi driver who called out a Nigerian dealer, who then the Nigerian dealer unalived the Zimbabwean, and that's when South Africans fought for the Zimbabwean man. Nah?
That's a lie.
You guys don't know those stories. Hold on. We know them. Yeah. We know them because they happened in our communities. So we understand the situation. We don't look at it like it was because he was Nigerian and he was Zimbabwean and he was South African. We don't look at it like that. We look at it as a collective of two, a Zimbabwean and a South African, fighting against the dealing to a child or a minor by this Nigerian and this South African. The South African was also unalived, right? Because it was 13 people who was unalived, right? 11 of them were South African and 2 were Nigerian. 13 people. Include him with the fight that happened. So we need to also understand that as much as, even though there are more South African people who are more unalived within these situations, they are never spoken of. Why? Because the propaganda within the media is trying to make it look like South African people are attacking specific African nationals instead of making it actually make
Indians. I've never seen you on a live any
sense
Indian.
that they are fighting against. They are
Okay,
fighting against.
someone said Indian.
Two,
But this is
South
the thing,
African
right?
people fight Indians. Hold
Yeah,
on,
but
hold
Can
on.
I say
Wait, can I
something?
please finish talking? Wait,
Okay.
y'all, let me finish talking. Wait. Let me finish talking. And then y'all can go. Two, South African people fought Indian people during the looting that happened just the other year when that whole thing happened, and then ongoing within schools. Phoenix Massacre were the Indians who unalived all those black South African people. Why? Because black South African people were looting all their stores. They were looting everything because survival of the fittest. You cannot live in my country and I'm not eating, but you're eating. So what did South African people do? They did what they had to do. They went to that fight, right? There was an entire war in the streets. South African people were holding rocks. The Indian and the Boers were holding guns. And they were starting to, obviously they unalived a lot of South African people because they had guns and we had stones and rocks. After that, the farming attacks are not necessarily farmer attacks. They are literally black people who are unaliving palm-colored people based off of even the fact that they could be a garden boy in that person's house. But if they are treated bad, they will construct a specific way to unalive those people. You guys don't know about those stories. So you feed off of the media and the propaganda that they give you. You guys don't know the stories that we have to deal with as South African people. Watching court cases of a black man smiling in court because he said, I wish y'all would try to judge me for unaliving my employers who were palm-colored, who were treating him bad.
I got a question for you.
You guys don't know those stories. Wait. Before you have the question, you guys don't know those stories. So to say, wait. So to say that South African people only fight African nationals, to us, when we listen to y'all, we end up laughing in our heads because we don't understand. How do you not know normal South African news? But I also have to understand because I don't know normal Nigerian news. All I know is what Nigeria is portrayed as in the media. So what you know is what South Africa is portrayed as in the media. You guys don't know the actual lived experiences of South African people in South Africa at the actual relevant time. South African people are unaliving everybody and have been unaliving everybody, which is why when people tell us about Orania, we're like, what are you talking about? We don't care. There's no one who, there is less black people in the Free State than there is in every other African, in any other South African province. Free State is not a state that black South African people just say, I'm going to go to the Free State and go and live there. No one just wants to go and live in the Free State where Orania exists. No one cares. We don't care. We don't want to live there. We don't care. Honestly speaking, we want them to stay there so that they can be caged in their little town of nothingness of a currency where they can't buy half of anything, where they've got 7 legs, 5 feet, whatever the hell they have, because they are literally mingling amongst each other. So in general, when we speak about these things, we are trying to tell you our truths. And people know my platform has always been about the lived experience of African people. Nah? But what I won't allow is people to minimize South African lived experiences because you guys want to be able to put a blame on someone else. I let Nigerians, Congolese, Cameroonians, people from Uganda, Tanzania, Kenya, I let people speak on my platform and tell us their lived experiences so that we can understand the lived experience before we understand the media. But everyone, when South African people tell you about their lived experiences in South Africa, everybody has a problem. But we're telling you our lived experiences. South African people are not. Go and count how many Nigerian people have been unalived. Wait, Kesh. Tell me how many Nigerian people were unalived in 2023 in South Africa, and then compare it. And then, okay, you're not listening. Hold on, Kesh. And then go and tell me how many black South African men within the Nigerian men who've been unalived. What is the ratio? It's always going to be more South African men were unalived in South Africa in 2023 more than Nigerian men. There is no xenophobia. They're making it look like we are xenophobic so that they continue to loot our resources within the ground, and they keep sending our fathers to the mines where they constantly get unalived within this kind of predicament. And